Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Focus more on your desire than on your doubt, and the dream will take care of itself. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks, and starting on the first one. The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Never argue with stupid people. They'll drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Worrying is like paying a debt you don't owe. They did not know it was impossible, so they did it. The worst loneliness is to not be comfortable with yourself. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it's stored than to anything on which it is poured. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. If you can make it through hard times with a sense of humor, you've mastered the art of living. There are basically two types of people: people who accomplish things and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Success is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant effort, vigilance, and re-evaluation. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. Name the greatest of all inventors. Accident. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Get your facts first, and then you can distort them as much as you please. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. No amount of evidence will ever persuade an idiot. The truth hurts, but silence kills. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. Don't wait. The time is never just right. Good decisions come from experience. Experience comes from making bad decisions. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful day of your life. We regret the things we don't do more than the things we do. A habit cannot be tossed out the window. It must be coaxed down the stairs a step at a time. Whatever you say it with conviction. If you want to change the future, you must change what you're doing in the present. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. If everyone was satisfied with himself, there would be no heroes. Temper is what gets most of us into trouble. Pride is what keeps us there. Never be haughty to the humble. Never be humble to the haughty. There is no security in life, only opportunity. Knowledge becomes wisdom only after it has been put to good use. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. Supposing is good, but finding out is better. Necessity is the mother of taking chances. Great things can happen when you don't care who gets the credit. Don't wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty, and the pig likes it. There is no such thing as a new idea. We simply take a lot of old ideas and put them into a sort of mental kaleidoscope. Some people give their problems swimming lessons instead of drowning them. There is nothing training cannot do. Nothing is above its reach. It can turn bad morals into good. It can destroy bad principles and recreate good ones. It can lift men to angelship. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Thousands of geniuses live and die undiscovered, either by themselves or by others. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. Never miss an opportunity to shut up. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. A few fly bites cannot stop a spirited horse. To be good is noble, but to show others how to be good is nobler and no trouble. To believe yourself brave is to be brave. It is the one, only, essential thing. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. When in doubt, tell the truth. It will confound your enemies and astound your friends. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. And behind every unsuccessful man, there are two. Good exercise for the heart. Reach out and help your neighbor. A friend is someone who stays in when the rest of the world has gone out. Honesty. The best of all the lost arts. I've lived through some terrible things in my life, some of which actually happened. Life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Love truly. Laugh uncontrollably. And never regret anything that made you smile. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. Just because you're taught that something's right, and everyone believes it's right, it doesn't make it right. A gentleman is someone who knows how to play the banjo and doesn't. Humor is mankind's greatest blessing. Courage is not the lack of fear. It is acting in spite of it. Any emotion, if it is sincere, is involuntary. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. The trouble is not in dying for a friend, but in finding a friend worth dying for. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. Then success is sure. Don't dream your life, but live your dream. I'm an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them have never happened. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow just as well. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Do not complain about growing old. It is a privilege denied to many. It's better to be an optimist who is sometimes wrong than a pessimist who is always right. To stand still is to fall behind. I can live for 2 months on a good compliment. To be busy is man's only happiness. Apparently, there is nothing that cannot happen today. Diligence is a good thing, but taking things easy is much more restful. Reality can be beaten with enough imagination. I have spent most of my life worrying about things that have never happened. Do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. It is easier to stay out than get out. Talent without work is useless. Some of the worst things in my life never even happened. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence on society. My books are water. Those of the great geniuses is wine. Fortunately, everybody drinks water. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. Synergy, the bonus that is achieved when things work together harmoniously. Laughter is the greatest weapon we have, and we, as humans, use it the least. For the majority of us, the past is a regret, the future an experiment. Children and fools always speak the truth. Work and play are words used to describe the same thing under differing conditions. A good lawyer knows the law. A clever one takes the judge to lunch. The secret of making progress is to get started. An open mind leaves the chance for someone to drop a worthwhile thought in it. I can teach anybody how to get what they want out of life. The problem is that I can't find anybody who can tell me what they want. The secret to success: find out where people are going and get there first. We can achieve what we can conceive and believe. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. Tough times teach trust. I'm glad I did it, partly because it was worth it, but mostly because I shall never have to do it again. Good fathers not only tell us how to live, they show us. Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. The future interests me. I'm going to spend the rest of my life there. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and the lightning bug. If you have nothing to say nothing. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. Most men die at 27. We just bury them at 72. The inability to forget is far more devastating than the inability to remember. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pause. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. There is nothing to be learned from the second kick of a mule. Don't use a $5 word when a 50-cent word will do. You meet people who forget you. You forget people you meet. But sometimes you meet those people you can't forget. Those are your friends. If you want love and abundance in your life, give it away. It takes your enemy and your friend working together to hurt you to the heart, the one to slander you, and the other to get the news to you. Do right, and you will be conspicuous. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. We can secure other people's approval if we do it right and try hard, but our own is worth 100 of it, and no way has been found out of securing that. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended. Yet in his private heart, no man respects himself much. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has laid an egg cackles as if she'd laid an asteroid. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. When in doubt, tell the truth. Classic, a book which people praise and don't read. Out of all the things I have lost, I miss my mind the most. The most interesting information comes from children, for they tell all they know and then stop. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear, and life stands explained. Always acknowledge a fault. This will throw those in authority off their guard and give you an opportunity to commit more. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know, because I've done it thousands of times. There is a charm about the forbidden that makes it unspeakably desirable. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. By trying, we can easily learn to endure adversity. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves and how little we think of the other person. Obscurity and a competence. That is the life that is best worth living. There isn't time, so brief is life, for bickerings, apologies, heartburnings, callings to account. There is only time for loving, and but an instant, so to speak, for that.